ఎవరైనా సరే ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండాలంటే శుభ్రత పాటించాలి. మరి శుభ్రత కావాలంటే ఎలిం ప్రొడక్ట్స్ వాడాలి.
గైస్, వెల్కమ్ టు iDream. నేను మీ చాణక్య. మరి పాన్ ఇండియా మూవీస్ అనేది కూడా మనం చూస్తున్నాము. కాకపోతే హీరోస్ లేకుండా ఒక యానిమేటెడ్గా మనమైతే సినిమా చూస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది? యానిమేషన్, ఒక ప్రాపర్ యానిమేషన్ సినిమా చూసి ఎన్ని రోజులు అవుతుంది చెప్పండి. అలాంటి దాహాన్ని మనకైతే కంప్లీట్గా ఇండియా వైడ్ తీర్చడానికి వచ్చేస్తుంది మహావతార నరసింహ. మరి ఇదేంటో కేవలం నరసింహస్వామి గురించి మాత్రమే కాదు, ఇది ఒక సినిమాటిక్ యూనివర్స్గా కూడా మరి ముందుకు రాబోతుంది. అండ్ ఈ జూలై 25th మనందరికి ముందుకు రాబోతుంది. కాబట్టి మూవీ డైరెక్టర్ అశ్విన్ కుమార్ గారు ఇప్పుడు మనతో పడుతున్నారు. మరి మాట్లాడదాం. హాయ్ సార్.
Namaskaram.
Namaste sir. How are you?
I am fantastic, Chanakya. How are you?
I am good, sir.
Thank you for giving us this stage and giving us this platform.
How are you feeling, sir? It's going to release on July 25th.
Yes, I'm feeling very excited. I'm not nervous. I'm excited because our Swami, Narsimha Swami is going to, the last time he came out was from the pillar.
Yeah.
This time he's going to come out tearing the screen. So I'm very excited to see him.
Coming to the this movie, Narsimha, in Telugu industry we have a special place. It's a first talkie movie, and it's in 1932.
Correct.
Then later 1942.
Correct.
And 1967
Yes.
somewhere.
Yes.
So later, no one has tried these kind of movies, especially introduced. Now you are going to enter with an animation.
Correct.
How you are feeling?
Yeah, I'm very honored because this state, our Narsimha Swami is the Ishta. Right, and he's so important. This Kshetram is basically Narsimha Kshetram. And we have such important sthalis like Ahobilam Mutt and Yadubari Gutta, Srivadi, and Simhachalam Mutt. Such important Kshetram. So this is the story of this land. This is the story of Bharat, and this is the story of this land. And you were right, because every 20-30 years somebody has tried these kind of stories, right? But now we have a new age medium. We have better technology, right? People loved it then, but now using the new age tools and technology, our agenda is to store the culture, heritage, and bring back the leelas of our Swami on the silver screen, so that people of the next generation and current generation can also have that kind of a grandeur. That is the idea. So I'm excited.
So first ఈ టైటిల్ అనౌన్స్ చేసినప్పుడు అరే చూడడానికి చాలా బాగుంది, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ గుడ్, ఎవ్రీవన్ థాట్ హూ ఇస్ ద హీరో,
కరెక్ట్,
ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇన్ దిస్ మూవీ అని అనుకున్నాం. బట్ లేటర్ యానిమేషన్ అనేటప్పటికీ ఆ మనసులో ఏదో కొంచెం ద ఫీల్ అనేది కూడా తగ్గింది. ఎందుకు మీరు యానిమేషన్లోనే ట్రై చేశారు?
See, people in India have general tendency of animation means cartoon, right? And we are here to break that stereotype. You have seen it through our trailers, and people are really absolutely loving our trailer teasers. We have so many on the internet, calling us, talking to us about it. So we want to break this. With this, we will also have a good new chance for the animation industry of Bharat. Now, animation as a medium for Swami's storytelling is very important, because he has 8 hands. He's fighting with all 8 hands. Not feasible to do in live action that way, because I wanted very flexibility. A lot of very fast movements. He's destroyed the entire assembly out of anger and rage. He's killed so many sipais and so many soldiers. And then he's fighting Hiranyakashipu, right? So this kind of storytelling demands this kind of medium, right? These are fantastical tales. Varaswamy fighting Hiranyaksha is happening in the universe, right? To make it really believable and very authentic to the Shastra, we needed to use the medium of animation. Yes, some people may have thought, who is the real hero and etc. in the beginning, but our Swami is the real hero, and Bhakt Prahlad is the actual real hero of the story. So people can go and really appreciate and have the darshan of our Swami.
అంటే హిరణ్యకశ్యపని మనం అయితే క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు త్రూ ఏంటంటే నార్మల్గా షూటింగ్ వైజ్ కానీ పర్సన్ని పెట్టి మనం చేయొచ్చు. భక్త ప్రహ్లాద ఓన్లీ ద నరసింహస్వామిని మాత్రం అంటే ఇట్లా సీజీలో కానీ ఇలా చెయ్యాలని కానీ ఎప్పుడైనా ట్రై చేసా అనుకున్నారా మీరేమన్నా?
See, it's not just about having the medium of animation for one CG character. It's also about having the openness to be able to explore.
Okay.
Right. And because animation is also expensive, but live action for this kind of film will be very, very expensive. Okay. Right. In Hollywood, this film can cost somewhere around $100 million or even more. right?
$100 billion.
Yeah. And this kind of animation in Hollywood, a lot more expensive. Minimum, I'm saying 80 to 100 million it will cost. Or sometimes it can keep going more and more. In India, we don't have those kind of budgets, right? And this kind of live action films are not coming, right? Up until now, we have seen, but for the past so many years, we've been waiting.
Okay.
Right. So somebody had to take, the shot, and somehow Swami chose us to do this at Clean Productions, and Hombale Films is backing us.
Yeah.
So this itself is a very divine arrangement. So animation as a medium, if this film does well, right, the medium of animation also opens up for the entire industry. There is merchandise, there is new other Mahavatar stories that we are bringing, Mahavatar Parshuram that is coming next. So all this will happen, amusement parks will happen, toys will happen, lot of things will open up, gaming will happen, right? So that is why this medium becomes very important.
సార్ ఇలా మర్చెంటైజ్ కానీ లేదా వేరే అంటే డిఫరెంట్గా అంటే టీషర్ట్స్ మీద వేసుకోవడం కానీ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇలాంటివన్నీ అంటే మన హిందూ వాల్యూస్ విషయానికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి అరే అది కొంచెం విరుద్ధంగా అంటే మన దేవుణ్ణి మనం అక్కడ చూడాలనుకుంటాం కానీ ఒక యానిమేషన్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ లాగా అందరు టీ షర్ట్స్ వేసుకొని ఇట్లా వేసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోవడం అనేది కరెక్ట్ కాదని కూడా అంటుంటారు కదా. కరెక్ట్. మరి దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఏమి ఇస్తారు?
So we will try to keep it very honorable and graceful without hurting any sentiment. But the idea is that today children are playing with all sorts of bad video games, bad things they are watching, and they're getting influenced. If we do not give them something better, see, that is, as a vigraha, I'm not saying that we're going to give vigraha to a child, right? But we can give them a certain toy, soft toys and all gods they're already playing. But if somebody has a toy, when I was a child, I used to love Spider-Man, I used to keep Spider-Man toy and sleep with it. But if somebody has a Swami toy and boy sleeps with him, his love for Swami will grow. And ultimately, then he will understand our vigraha of Swami. He will automatically get bhakti towards our divine and God.
Easily connected.
Easily connected. This is the way how we should do it today, right? But if we don't do it today, it is not definitely not going to go into the future. That is why even we are going to try to bring AAA game of Narsimha, of Mahavatar cinematic universe, so that they can understand even through games what this Shastra is trying to say. Once they get engaged, not just for Bharat, but even outside, like you have in China, Black Myth Wukong, a very famous game now. You've had Neza, which is a very big animation film from China, which did billions of dollars. Why? It's showing their culture from Buddhism, which is basically offshoot from our dharma, right? So they have been able to preserve it like that. It is about time we use this new media to bring to the new youth and save our next culture. That is the idea.
Okay. And యూజువల్గా నరసింహస్వామి కానీ లేకపోతే విష్ణు అవతారం కానీ ఇలాంటివన్నీ ఒకసారి అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటుంటే విష్ణువు శివుడు, సో దే బోత్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ బట్ ఈక్వల్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అనేది కూడా ఉంటుంది. అదే మాసీ హీరో కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనేది కంటే మనము శివుడిలో ఎక్కువ చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. విష్ణువు దగ్గర మాత్రం కొంచెం క్లాసీ హీరో ఆ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనేది మనం చూస్తాం.
ప్రీమియం
కానీ అందులో ఉన్న 4వ అవతారమైన నరసింహస్వామిని మెయిన్ గా తీసుకుని ఫస్ట్ మూవీగా మీరు రావడానికి ద రీజన్ ఏంటి? అంటే ఒక లాంచ్ అనేది కూడా అందరి ప్రేక్షకులకి ద మాసీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉండేది నరసింహస్వామి అనుకోవచ్చు.
See, both Sri Vishnu, Bhagwan Shiv, Bhagwan Vishnu, they are the same divine beings. I don't see them as a different being, first of all, right? They are Harihara, right? They are part of the same being, presenting themselves to be differently, for people to have different devotion. Some have very raw devotion, some have very disciplined devotion, right? So you see Bhagwan Vishnu having a cow, Bhagwan Shiv having a bull, opposite. Bhagwan Vishnu always gold and very this thing, Bhagwan Shiva very raw, opposite, right? And Bhagwan Vishnu like lying on the Shesh, Anand Shesh, and beautiful bed, gold, and he is very raw with a sarp on his neck, and a trishula. So they are completely opposite, but they are the same being actually, right? So that is why, in my opinion, we say Om Namah Shivaya Vishnu. They're actually flipped opposite. Right? When you say Om Namah Shivaya Vishnu, similar syllable when you reverse it. Right? Actually, they are the same being, but they are different sides to the same being. Why? Because our human psyche of devotion is very colorful, right? You may like some hero, I may like some hero, right? But actually the real hero is one only, right? Right? So yes, and the puja paddhati, the way every one of our god is revered through Bharat is also different. But we are going to bring all those things together in the cinematic universe.
Okay.
We will also be doing a film on Ardhanareshwar, which is probably going to be a live action film that I'm writing right now.
Okay.
And we revere Bhagwan Shiv. He's very important to me as an Aradhya also, and we pray to him as the true Param Vaishnava also. So he is very important. So it's not about who is more massy or who is classy. Both are important because they are tales of Bharat.
అంటే శివుడి గురించి వి సా ఇన్ మెనీ మూవీస్, బట్ విష్ణు అవతారాల్లో కృష్ణుడి గురించి ఎన్ని మూవీస్ చూసాను.
రామాయణ అండ్
రామాయణం కానీ అండ్ కృష్ణుడి గురించి మహాభారతం కానీ చూసాం, కానీ వేరే అవతారాలని కూడా అంతగా ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు లేరు.
కరెక్ట్, బికాస్ దే ఆర్ వెరీ డీప్ మీనింగ్స్ దట్ హ్యావ్ నాట్ బీన్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్డ్, దట్ వీ వాంట్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ త్రూ అవర్ సినిమాటిక్ యూనివర్స్. Right, so we have a Kurma avatar, we have a Matsya avatar. They have very detailed stories, but they have to be presented in that cinematic sense. Otherwise, you can just say that he took avatar and over. Why he took avatar? What is the learning from that avatar? If there is a Sagar Manthana, you and me are that person who is having the Manthana. Asur pulling me here, Devta pulling me here, and I am going through madness in my life, and then Visha coming out. And Bhagwan Shiv coming as a guru in my life who takes all the wish and gives me direction. Then I get Narayan. This is actually the true for each and every one of us. So we have to bring these stories with their meaning to our children. Right?
You are bringing these stories. It's a wonderful thing. Why did you choose especially Narsimha Avatara, the first movie?
Yes, very good question. Narsimha Bhagwan is a deity of protection. And today we need protection more than ever. We have to choose our heroes very wisely. And if we don't choose our heroes very wisely, we become, because we take our virtue from hero. Everyone needs hero in their life. Somebody, for some actor is a hero, for somebody, some tennis player or some sportsman is a hero, for some politician is a hero. So we are all looking for heroes in our life. Why? Because it is natural to look for a hero. What happens after getting that hero? You take the virtue from that hero. The Aradhya gives you the virtue. So if the right dharma, the God is our hero, then we take that from God, right? And we put it into our lives. That is why Narsimha Swami becomes so important, because he protects you from all the bad things, bad thinking and bad physical things also, and keeps you in the center, because he has a Saumya Roop for the Bhakta. For the Bhakta, he has a very nice roop, but for the villains he has a very Rodra roop, right? And that is why the story of Narsimha becomes, because it is also father-son conflict. Father wants son to become lawyer like him, but son says I want to become actor, right? So there is conflict at home. Every home has this story today, right? So here Hiranyakashyap says I am the king of the god of the three worlds, my son will also become like me, but son says no, I am the servant of God. So there is conflict. So each and every home is having this separation stories, anxiety, conflict, and how you can get dharma in the center and how everything will get balanced is the story that we are basically bringing. That's why Narsimha Swami. Also because we were starting from the Jaya Vijaya story, who are the partake of Sri Vishnu. In their first birth, they are Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashyapa. And that is why the story comes first.
That was a wonderful story.
Yes.
Till now we didn't saw who is the Jay Vijaya. Also. We have only the brief things.
Yes.
And sir, Narsimha movie and animation movies అనేటప్పటికీ we saw from the English movies 1.5 hour or 1 hour 45 minutes or less than that.
Correct.
Round time. మరి ఈ నరసింహ అనే మూవీ ఎంత రన్ టైం ఉండొచ్చు అంటారు?
So this is a 2-hour 11-minute feature film. The reason it is of that length, because this is a saga film.
Okay.
Right. The last Ramayana, the Japanese Ramayana, is also around 2 hour 15, 2 hour 20 minutes, although. But you're right, generally Western animation is less than 2 hours, 2 hours less than 2 hours. But because they don't have intermission also. Right. Our storytelling is different. This is Bharatiya storytelling. These are legend, and this is huge, larger than life. It is like you can't even put Mahavatar in one film, even a 3-hour film. It needs 2 films, 3 films. Because these are huge stories, they are epics. So that treatment giving is very important without maligning the story, without diluting the story. That is why it is of that length. And I think 2 hour 10 minutes is a decent time Today people binge watch Netflix stories for 3 days together. So to us 11 minutes for a dharmic story where a god is the hero, where you get action, you get massive celestial fighting.
Right.
I think it is worth it.
Sir, just tell me 2 hours 11 minutes అని చెప్పేసి రన్ టైం అనేది కూడా చెప్తున్నారు. కాకపోతే ఎవరైనా కానీ మనం మనుషుల్లాగా ఉండి సో ఆ క్యారెక్టర్స్ని మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటే ఆ కనెక్టివిటీ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఒక యానిమేషన్ క్యారెక్టర్స్తో ఇంత రన్ టైం అనేది కూడా కనెక్టివిటీ ఎక్కడైనా మిస్ అవుతుందని కానీ అట్లా అనిపించిన ఎప్పుడైనా డౌట్ వచ్చిందా?
I feel that the connectivity happens through the eyes, through the soul, the way the character is portrayed. So when you see Bhakt Prahlada, he's being, even in the internet, in the trailer, you see that everybody is saying such wonderful things about how he looks, how he talks, right? And when Narsimha Swami comes in, everybody is like, so it's about emotion.
Yeah.
It's not about the time. Okay. You can have higher emotion in less time also, right? And you can have long time with no emotion also. Right, so we have seen those examples in the past. It is a tool of filmmaking, how you present, how you give flower. You give one flower beautifully good. You can give big flower and throw it somebody, not good, right? Yeah. So it's about how you present, right? So it's the presentation which hits the soul, hits the heart. So we've tried to do that in spite of animation. It has its challenges, very difficult medium, but we have tried to put the soul into the characters through the artist so that it touches your heart. Once it touches your heart, your tarka is logics go away and your heart opens and it surrenders and you can grasp. That is the idea.
అంటే ఈ మూవీ స్టోరీ కానీ రీసెర్చ్ చేసే టైంలలో కూడా అహోబిలం వెళ్ళారని చెప్పేసి చెప్పారు మీరు. అహోబిలం వెళ్ళి అక్కడ మొత్తం రీసెర్చ్ చేశారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఆ స్థల పురాణం ఆల్సో ఇస్ దేర్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఫర్ ద అహోబిలం. These stories happened there only అని చెప్పేసి. And also have you visited the 9 Narsimha Avataras there?
Yes, the Nav Narsimha Ahobilam, Sri Ahobilam Kshetram. I've been there multiple times and I love Narsimha Swami, all the Nav Narsimha. We've prayed, we've shown portions of a film to the deity, to the Vigra, and taken permission and blessings from all the pandits and in the pontiff lineage that are there. And absolutely, the point is that there are so many hidden stories from Ahobilam also that we put in this film, right? Like there's a Rakt Kunda over there where God, Narsimha Lord has washed his hands. So we have put that kind of stories in there. When he appears as a Jwala Narsimha, he's full of fire. And there are so many forms of Narsimha, Soumya form, right? Malola Narsimha and all. We have tried to put all that. There's a form of Narsimha who enjoys music. There's Yoga Narsimha. All those forms. But these are Easter eggs I'm sharing with you, right? So if you know, you will catch. Oh, this form, this form, this form, this form. That is the idea.
సో ఎస్పెషల్లీ కమింగ్ టు ద నరసింహ అవతార, సో ఎప్పుడైతే ఆయన అవతరించారు, సో ఫ్రమ్ దట్ స్తంభం నుంచి వచ్చారు, దాని తర్వాత వచ్చారు, చంపారు, వెళ్ళిపోయారు. ఆ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయారు అనేది కూడా మీరు చూపించబోతున్నారా?
Understanding that?
No. After killing the Hiranyakashipa, so he went to where he went also we don't know.
Okay.
So how you want to show that one also?
Okay. So there are many leelas of Lord Narsimha, right? One is that after killing Hiranyakashipa, he coronates Prahlad Maharaj as the next king, right? Yeah. And then there is this place called Narsimha Palli in Mayapur. They say that is where Lord Narsimha went, right? And to leave his abode, to leave for his abode, right? There's another place near Badrinath, where he's said to have cleansed his nails, right? And then he comes back as a Yoga Narsimha to teach Prahlad the strategy, because Shukracharya being the Daitya Guru, he refuses to teach Prahlad. So Narsimha Swami comes again, right, as a Yoga Narsimha, and he teaches. So many stories are there, but we cannot cover all of those things. So that is why we have the comic verse also, where we'll be putting these little stories of not just Narsimha Swami, but all these small folklores and stories. So we'll be putting all of them together.
And coming to the music also, it was fabulous.
You heard the?
Yes. Heard that jukebox also. And especially Namaste Narsimha, that song, and all the ferocious songs. And coming, what do you say about the Sam C.S.?
Sam C.S. is my favorite film director. That's all I can say. The music director. Yeah. Because his way of working is truly divine. the way he thinks, the way he constructs a song is something that I've seen in that room, that is nothing less than God making music work, right? For me, and he would understand the scene, what the director wants, and he has such a musicality, and getting from orchestration to South Indian music to Shastric music, everything is imbibing, vocalization, and himself going there and singing the verses. Roar of Narsimha, very famous song now. Even he is there singing his verses. So it's a divine play, the way the music of this thing. And ultimately, even at Macedonia, they played the entire thing live on the live orchestra. All the instrumentations were done live, right? And such wonderful singers came on board to sing, right? And recently, B. Prak in North is doing a song while we are speaking. It's getting done, and we had Krishang from Animal. He had sung that Papa Meri Jaan. He came. He has done such beautiful songs, right? We have Vijay Prakash sir. We have Sanjeet Hegde doing wonderful songs. So it's fantabulous how such beautiful souls have come to glorify Bhagwan Narsimha.
Sir, Narsimha Avataram and Mahavatar Narsimha. And you are going to release in different languages. Especially Narsimha Avataram అనేది కానీ ఈ సౌత్ ఇండియాలో ఎక్కువగా బాగా తెలిసింది. అంటే కమింగ్ టు ద నార్త్ ఇండియా వెరీ లెస్ పీపుల్. సో మరి వాళ్ళకి రీచ్ అవ్వడం కోసం వాట్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ట్రై?
See, it's very unfortunate. Why? Because Narsimha Swami temples are everywhere. South more, but north are also there, but they've been destroyed. A lot of the temples have been destroyed. But if you go to places like Badrinatha, so Narsimha Swami is one of the main, apart from Narayan Rishi, Narsimha Swami is very important. Here his Paddhati in Bengal, you see a lot. But it's about time we bring back the story to the north also. That is why we have the story of Holika Dahan, which is very famous in north, right? And they all know that there is a lion god, but they don't know most of them don't know about the the details. So the idea is even in the north belt, in the Hindi region, to bring back these stories. So hopefully with the medium of this film they will understand.
అండ్ సినిమాటిక్ లిబర్టీస్ కానీ ఏదైనా కానీ ఫ్రిక్షనల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్షనల్ సీన్స్ ఏదైనా కానీ ఇందులో మీరు ఇన్వాల్వ్ చేశారా?
Very few cinematic liberties in terms of the changing the Shastra. Like Prahlad Maharaj has been sent to Gurukul twice in the Shastra, we only show once. That's the kind of... Then his friends, right, the kind of things he go through, obviously that little bit exaggerations you need to do for cinematic telling. But the root of the story and the message of the story and the message of Prahlad remains the same. So we didn't malign with that.
అండ్ స్టోరీ అంతా అంటే ట్రైలర్లో చూసినట్టు నరసింహస్వామి ఎప్పుడైతే వస్తారో అప్పటి నుంచి దట్ వాస్ సంథింగ్ డిఫరెంట్గా కనిపించింది. మరి సినిమాలో ఎప్పుడు వచ్చి ఆ యాక్షన్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది అంటారు?
Yes, if you enjoyed the trailer, imagine what happens in the movie.
No, how much time we can expect the Narsimha Swami's Ugra Avatar in the big screen?
Whatever that you consume when you see Swami on screen, every time I see him on screen, even when I'm seeing, it's never enough. Even if the whole 2 hours 11 was him, you will still not be satisfied because he looks so massive, big, and beautiful. But yes, we know the pillar is going to burst and he's going to come out. That's the climax of the film and the story. So there's no hiding like why did Katappa kill Bahubali. So this time the story, the pillar does not break, doesn't happen. So it has to break. He has to come, right? But when he comes, then you will be pleasantly shocked is what I can say. Okay. I'm excited to show to you.
And what's the next movie in this Mahavatar?
So Mahavatar Narsimha, after that we are doing Mahavatar Parashurama. And Parshuram Bhagwan very important for Bharat Kshetra today because he is the real system resetter, right? Because of Adharma. So how he stands up and corrects everything. And a lot of VFX and animation in this film also even bigger. We are trying to do even better because this is animated feature film. It took a while to create. We learned the lessons. Not the best in the world, I know that, but we will make it better every time. So that pre-production is on. So please bless us that we keep bringing these stories to the screen with you.
And the final question, sir. Animation అనేటప్పటికి పిల్లలు మాత్రమే చూడాలి అనుకుంటారు, అంటే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపిస్తూ ఉంటారు. అండ్ మహావతార నరసింహ మూవీ, దిస్ ఇస్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ద చిల్డ్రన్? Is this only for children?
No, not at all. In fact, it is not only for children, I can say. Because you have the grandparents, the parents and the children. It's for everybody.
Okay.
Right? And the style, that is why the style is not a cartoony style. It is a relatable style, more realistic. Try to make it more realistic so that everybody can relate to it equally. Right? The children will relate to our Bhagwan as action hero god.
Yeah.
Right? And our parents will understand what is faith, and our grandparents will understand the entire Leela as they have been teaching to the children, for everyone.
Nice, sir. And all the best. We are waiting for
Dhanyavad.
the movie, especially in big theaters.
Jai. 25 July, 25th July, every theatre, make every theatre a mandir and have darshan of that divine.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Narsimha Swami.
Yeah.